Welcome to Chachanomics Money Talks. Today we are going to talk about real estate investment. In our previous session, we talked about investing in three main saving and investment vehicles, that is unit trusts, government securities, stocks or shares. And we learned that when you invest in those three, you become an investor. That is, you start making your money work hard for you instead of you working hard for your money. That is the principle of leverage. That is 20% of your saving and investment will contribute to 80% of your wealth. That is according to 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle. So what is real estate investment? Real estate refers to tangible property, that is prime land and the buildings on the land, infrastructural development like the roads, the railways, the airport, the churches, the hospitals. In fact, real estate investments are a lot of emotional attachment, and most Kenyans are so much preoccupied with it because that is a tangible asset they can touch, they can feel, they can see. Real estate investment is regarded as the safest, the surest, and the easiest way of growing your income or your savings so that you get exponential growth of your investment. However, real estate investment can be complicated and a liability. For example, when you buy land and leave it idle for, let's say, 2 or 3 years, yet you are paying loan for the same land, that is a liability and not an asset. Remember, an asset is anything that puts money into your pocket. Also, when you buy land and you build your own house to go and stay there, that is still a liability because you are not gaining anything from that land or from the house unless you convert it for commercial purposes or for rental business. That does not mean that it's wrong to buy land and build a house to stay in it, but it should not be your first priority or your first investment. In other words, what are some of the myths or misconceptions associated with real estate investment? One, that the prices of real estate always go up. Two, that you will always succeed in real estate investment by sheer luck. Three, that you will never go wrong in real estate investment. The fact is that the prices of real estate, they don't always go up. A time comes when they fluctuate, especially during a civil war, during ethnic clashes, and during the times of a global pandemic like the COVID-19. Now the prices of land are actually very low. And what are now some of the fundamental factors you should consider when investing in real estate so that you don't consider it as a lottery game? You don't work on speculation. The first fundamental factor is commercial basic services. The commercial basic services are like electricity, water, and showers. Two, we have infrastructure development like roads, railways, airports, and so on. Three, we have social amenities like churches, hospitals, schools. All those will make the value of the land that you have bought or of the property to appreciate in value. Remember, real estate investment here, as we have said, earns you better returns than unit trusts, government securities, and the stocks, and it rarely depreciates or fluctuates unless there is a global pandemic like COVID-19, ethnic clashes, or a civil war. One main disadvantage of real estate investment is that you cannot recover your money the soonest possible in case of an emergency, in case of a disaster. You cannot sell your property or your land. If you do so, it will be at a throwaway price. So therefore, you should know where to save the money for emergency, and therefore where to save the money or invest for investments like in property. Stay tuned to Chachanomics.